I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Hello, folks.
Helpful. How are we doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Eric Loy here for Eric Loy Interviews, and we're on Vene Bunster's stream. Hi.
Hello. I'm just making sure that it's picking me up at all, because it seems like a stream's going on, but let's, oh, there it is. And that's always all right. We have a little scuff once in a while. It's always good. Good for character.
Yes, that's right. It builds the ability to handle all sorts of things at the same time when it happens. It's good practice. Yeah. It's like practicing when we had the old tornado drills in school, when you put your hands over your head and get under the desk. That's that type of practice.
Yeah, everybody's kind of gangster with the practice until suddenly Tornado walks up like, "What's up? I'm here for rent."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that and tells you, like, that you're holding your hand over your head. That's sweet, but no, that's not going to help very much.
No.
Yeah. Well, see, when I was working in radio, I was directly under a several 100-foot tower. So if the tornado hit that, it's coming down on my head anyway. So what's the difference? I'm not going to be able to go to a bomb shelter at that point. It's just, if it hits, it hits.
If it hits, pepperoni sandwiches.
That's right. I'm just going to be on there as long as I can, telling people about it. It's good to finally talk with you. I mean, we've exchanged messages back and forth over months and months. But I don't know why I never did just hook up and get an interview with you.
That's a good question. Like, maybe things just got busy. Maybe things got hectic. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's good to have you on here. If you could introduce yourself to the folks on the interview side of things.
Hello. My name is Vene Bunster, your chocolatier bard by night, and your editing teacher by day. Hello.
Yeah, what type of editing are you teaching?
I teach video editing and sound mixing. I'm still learning a bit more on sound mixing, but the video editing I've been doing for 8 years now.
Oh, boy. I actually went to school in the early 80s with video editing, was one of my classes. And video editing in 1984 is a lot different than in 2025.
Totally fair. I totally understand that. It can be a little bit complex, especially for me. Like, I don't have any real formal training.
Yeah.
None of that any kind, actually.
Well, yeah, I ended up I took a class because I had to for the radio broadcasting. We had to take this class. And the person who instructed it was one of the directors of Olivia Newton-John's physical video. Which is a very, very bizarre thing to be able to say.
Yeah, that I've heard of that. I haven't seen it fully, but it's because I usually, by the time I try to get to it, I fall asleep. But anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean he played it for us a billion times, so we knew everything.
What?
This is what I did. Sorry. Thank you. So when did you get started with VTubing?
Honestly, the same time I got started with editing. Honestly, I've been doing editing, singing, VTubing 8 years, going on 9 soon.
Oh, man. So you've been doing the content creation for quite a while.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. What brought you to it?
Well, at first I thought it was just like a hobby. Like, it could be something that I could just do to make a passive income, just something that I could just make also smiles off of, because I always love making people smile.
Yeah.
Hence the bard.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'd never imagined that it would turn into this. I never imagined in my entire life I would end up being full-time VTuber. I would be content creator all around, and well, I guess I am not the fastest video editor. I'd like to think I'm pretty efficient.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you just can't be too fast with a good project, and you do have to take the time. And over the years that I put together some long-form programming on radio and editing and all the different ways over the years, so sometimes you're just going to have to schedule yourself several hours and just get down to it, because cutting corners does not work.
No, no. I've always had this motto that has followed me since I started this. Slow but thorough.
Hmm. Exactly,
That,
exactly. It's there's a backup at all times. Have a,
yes.
otherwise, you're going to be very, very sad later on. It's
Yeah,
a
like
the audio editing is so much different too because when I started, we did everything on audio reel tape,
really.
and that meant that when you edited it, you brought out a razor blade and some tape, and you found out where the blip was, and you tried to your best to cut out only that blip part and tape it back together, so it worked. Um, didn't always work, and
Ooh.
it wasn't particularly great sounding when we switched over to digital, and you could hear every single edit. It,
No.
yeah,
No.
yeah. When when the CDs came out, all of the recordings were uh, were not digital. They were manual, and you could hear the edits in these songs now. Like the Beatles song, of course, the Beatles edited every note practically of their later stuff, especially. But you could hear the click, buzz, click, and the little differences. And people didn't like that, so they had to remaster everything. That's why you get a lot of remastered older music now, because
I mean, you can't go wrong with that though. It's like it's bringing back classics to a newer generation,
oh
and
yeah,
that's something that I've always loved.
yeah, yeah. Now, what got you into the audio engineering part of thing, the editing and such?
Because honestly, I I figured I'd pick it up. Like this is like 5 years into the eight that I've been content creating, and I thought, if I could also use it for my singing,
Hmm.
why not also use it for like video editing in general? Like put that to application. It's been a slow process trying to learn everything for that one.
Hmm.
But other than that, it's been a wonderful experience. Like sometimes you get a couple flops, it sounds a little metallic, sounds a little staticky, especially when you're doing raw audio on a digital format. You
Right.
hear everything.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's wonderful and also very frustrating at times because you're trying to find the exact right filter to take out that one sound, and you find a good filter and you take out too much or too little or not enough to worry about having the filter on there. It's in the old days we just played it. The heck with it, I'm going to play it with the sound on there because we couldn't really do a whole lot with it. But I've always had a deep respect for the dial spinners. It's what I call the audio engineers because without them, the radio guys didn't sound like anything good. Uh, we needed somebody to handle those boards because they were giant and we didn't know what we were doing for the most part.
I still don't know what I'm doing most of the time. Like when people ask me, "Okay, this looks a little clean, or this looks pretty good. How do you do?" I'm like, "And how does it sound?" Like, wait, what? Like, really? You think it's good?
Yeah, and you're seeing you're hearing every little flaw in it all the way through. It's a different form of art, isn't it?
It's a different form of art, and it's an entirely different beast altogether.
Yeah.
And that's why I love it. It's like most people nowadays, especially some in VTubing,
Hmm.
the rare few will know that a good video also includes cleanup on audio.
Hmm. Yeah, it does. It
And
does, a lot of people will default into getting the most expensive microphone they can afford, or not afford in some cases, and that's not necessarily what you need because what a lot of what drives a good microphone is what frequencies are you going to need it to cover. If you're going to have
no,
if you're going to have a situation like you're going to be singing, well, you need one with a better frequency range than I do because I'm just going to drone on at this level. I don't need be able to go from one high to a low in seconds unless one of the cats bites me while I'm on the air or something. Um,
oh, yes.
and which could definitely happen if one gets in. Uh, but it's you can get a decent microphone, but there are a lot of things you can do to your workspace that also makes a big difference. Soundproofing makes a huge difference. Just put some carpet up over the your windows. That could make a big difference. Um, or just
Oh, yes, it can.
or just don't have windows. Windows are terrible for, for sound. When you
It is.
and there's a lot of other little tricks and things to do that you learn along the way. What have you found while you've been doing this, while you've been learning this audio? Have you found a few tricks of your own that you've been able to take some shortcuts with?
Well, I found out during a lot of my video editing slash post production stuff that most people say have three filters:
Mm,
suppression, gate, and limiter.
mm.
I found out really quick, especially for my voice. So that was a lie. Like, so far, I've only needed the following: a a noise gate
Hmm.
and maybe a limiter.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
because I have a fan in the background, for example, and everybody could probably pick that up if I didn't have a noise gate or noise suppression.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
the difference between noise suppression and noise gate is that noise suppression, if it picks up when you're screaming, it's gonna cut you off.
Hmm.
It's gonna cut you off.
Yeah, it's like a squelch.
Yeah, and then when you have the noise gate, yes, you can. You don't have to really hold back, but that's also another thing.
Mm.
You don't have to hold back, especially when you're trying to hit the high notes.
Yeah, they just cut it off. Eh, and
It'll just,
go ahead.
no, it will just it'll make it sound like you're a few decibels lower. Well, you're a little softer, but at least it's not gonna just cut off your mic. You're not gonna peak.
Right. Yeah, yeah. And 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 there's differences too in what you're trying to put together. If you're out in, let's say you took your audio recorder and you went out and you were interviewing people in a park or something. Um, well, you kind of want to get that ambiance of the park behind it. So it's not going to be the most perfect sounding thing in the world because you're in the park, for crying out loud. You're not in the studio. If you want it to sound like a studio, put them in the studio. Um,
No, I hear you.
yeah, and you don't need to have so much sweetening to it. But if you're in the studio and it sounds like you're in a park, then you're in trouble.
Yeah, like no, no. I'm sorry, darling, but no.
And having the right type of microphone too is something you could have. Um, you could have a crowd microphone and try to stream with that, and it'll sound ridiculous. It will pick up almost everything in the room but you.
Yeah, because it's made for crowds.
Yeah, we have that at our work. We have a couple of windows where people come up, and one of the microphones has a dead spot directly in front of it, but will pick up everything else in the room behind them.
Oh, oh, my
Yeah,
soul!
it's absolutely worthless, and I hate it with a passion.
I would be upset
Yeah,
too.
I'm trying to explain to people who've never used microphones before how it works. So, look, 35 years, I know how this goes. No,
Yeah, like oh my goodness
yeah,
gracious, great balls of fire.
yeah, and or if you want a very directional microphone, know this: if you take the microphone off and it's very directional, no one's going to hear you right. I just did that myself.
Yeah,
It's that's very very directional. If you go with an omnidirectional microphone, it's going to pick up everything in the room. Um, look at the specs for your mic and how that sits there.
yes,
And and
yes,
I
yes,
imagine you
yes.
figured that out on over these years just by trial and error, haven't you?
I have literally gone through trial and error so many different mics to see that whether or not one would fit my needs.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like for example, I have this HyperX quadcast.
Hmm.
So I'm able to have it with a compressor. It's USB. I get to just talk all the do that day. It has compression, has gain audio thing. It has multiple ways to use the mic.
Right.
So I don't really have any danger there.
Hmm.
Now, before I started learning all this audio stuff 3 years into the 8, I mean 5 years into the 8. Yeah. 3 years out of the 8. Yes, that's it. 3
Yeah.
years out of the 8. I thought, I could just talk all through that day, stream all through that day, and it'd just be fine, especially with editing.
Mm,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
Eh, editing can do a lot of things. It's not going to give you if you put a potato into the microphone, it's going to just give you a flashier potato. It's still going to be a potato at the end. It's not going to change it
It's the
into
bait.
yeah. It's not going to change it. It's going to make it a little better.
Yeah, all you get is a less raw potato. That's all you get.
That's right. A warm potato. No, don't go for that.
No, but
Mm,
I love potatoes, by the way.
yeah.
Mashed potatoes. Yes,
Mm.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, you give me the fries, I'll eat the fries. That's for sure. Um, but you still have to. It's an old phrase that we did in the early computer days. GIGO, which is garbage in, garbage out.
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. It's the old days of everybody trying to program their Commodore 64s. If you put in garbage, you're going to get garbage out. Um, and no bells and whistles are going to help that out. You can make it sound a little better, but it's still going to be garbage when you're finished with it. But
Oh yeah.
I'm glad that you're doing this because it 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 shows that you're really interested in creating as good a product as possible.
Yes. Yes, that's always been a thing. That like that's always been a thing that I love. It's like you could have multiple videos out there, all sorts of videos, from meme vids to documentaries, whatever the heck you want. But if you do not know what you're doing,
Hmm.
we're all in trouble.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
It
especially your viewership.
yeah. They're the ones that you got to if you're doing it for yourself, that's one thing. But most people aren't. If you're doing it for yourself, you're probably not going to put it on the internet for a potential several billion people to be able to access. You're probably just going to keep it yourself and show a couple of friends maybe on your phone until somebody steals it. Um, so you would want it to be as clean as possible. And in the early days of in videos like YouTube and such, you can look at some of these folks that are still going on, like say the AVGN, the video game nerd, and you look at his first couple of videos, and the sound quality is terrible, just really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And and that's because the equipment he was using was bad, and nobody knew about that back then. Who was just starting off as content creators. Now it's professional. It sounds really good. He uses effects it's something you learn along the way. Um, I really do think though that people are starting on a more advanced level now with what they're able to do. Um, so many programs are available that don't cost a whole lot or like I'm using for free and and are very close to broadcast level quality. Um, I
Yeah.
yeah, I use Audacity for to record, and that is almost exactly like the programs we were using in radio.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I use Audacity too for like my musical touch-ups.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I still don't know everything about it. There's a lot of buttons I don't have no idea what they do. And someday I'll probably figure that out. But I'm usually using it to do an interview, and I don't want to mess with it while I'm doing an interview.
Well, if you ever need help with that, I'm always down to walk up and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
What does this button do? No, that's not working.
Oh no.
And but I figured out how to edit on. You get to the point sometimes with these. It's almost like a video game editing these types of things. Look for the uhs and take them out. You can
Not only
see.
that, it's like a roguelike.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you can see the shape of uhs, and you know where they are. You just immediately take them out. You don't have to look at them anymore. Or you can save them and edit them all together and really freak people out. As 7 minutes of all the way through. And I've
Oh no, overlay the
yeah,
oh no.
I did that one time with a fellow from Germany who was on a local basketball team, and he did an interview, and every time he talked, it started with and ended with and I took them out and edited them all together. It was pretty hilarious. It was it was
I
pretty.
see a compilation.
Oh yes, it was another compilation. I still have that somewhere. I'm probably never going to play it for anybody, because he was 7 foot tall, and I'm not. For
Yeah,
you, what do you like most about being on live? What is the thing that really draws you to it?
honestly, the fact that whether or not somebody is looking,
Mm.
I get to just express myself in the silliest way possible. And if somebody clicks with that and somebody just hits the follow button, I am down for it. Like, yes, I will admit my intentions on nowadays on VTubing is to make an income because when it comes to that, this is I am unable to do much else. My body is not able to.
Hmm.
But I do what I can because at the end of the day, this is what I can do.
Hmm.
And I've always loved it. And my intentions, yes, they sound quote unquote selfish, but they're bigger than me because it's not just for me that I'm doing this for.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I know that.
I, yeah,
Yeah,
I've probably seen the poster too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's when you take that and go from someone who's making it as a hobby, maybe goes on once a week, maybe goes on once or twice a month, and then you take that up and cook it into something that's going to be your income. You better improve at what you're doing because um, now you're asking people to throw their ducats on the table, and people just don't do that for free.
No. And that's why, again, like I've got people that would honestly not only count on me, but I also count on them to keep me in the game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I'll admit it,
Yeah.
VTubing is hard.
Mm,
Content creation in general is hard.
yeah, yeah. It is. It is.
If I'm getting too heavy, I'll stop.
It is hard, especially if you're doing it as a living, because the numbers become important, and it is a job at that point. You still want to be able to enjoy it, and that's the big thing with anything. But if this is your income, you better polish it up, because
Exactly.
there are a lot of people out there with a lot of followers who probably sound better because they can afford all the stuff and they don't have to worry about learning about things because they have other people to do it for them. Uh, so you got to work extra hard to do that sort of thing. Sounds like to me that you're up
Indeed.
for the task, though.
Let's ask then, what makes you think so?
Now, because I mean, you went out to learn about these things. You went out to study about the audio to help improve what was going on. A lot of people wouldn't do that. A lot of people would say, "Can I'll find somebody else to do this for me, or I'll just go with what I have." You decided that you were going to learn about it and help yourself do it. That says a lot.
I appreciate it, because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I know it's getting really heavy at this point, but if you're asking me to have an honest interview, you're gonna get the honesty.
Well, that's all I'm asking for. That's the big thing is what I'm looking for is finding out about people and what drives them and what talents they have. We haven't even talked about singing yet. You want to? So I do want to talk about that though. Have you always been a singer?
Actually, yes, since I was very young, I'm what the people would call a crooner.
No, there's nothing wrong with a little crooning.
Yes,
A little
if I
Bing.
could without getting, if I could without getting us Thanos by YouTube, I would sing.
A little Bing Crosby now and again. A lot of a lot of movie stars back in the 40s and early 50s and into the 30s, I guess, weren't necessarily your big singers, but they could croon a tune, a little swing tune or something like that. What type of music do you like to sing?
Well, Frank Sinatra, Michael Bublé. Let's see who else. Dean Martin, Nat
Oh,
King Cole.
yeah, yeah. Oh, Nat King Cole. I just you talk about somebody who reinvented himself. I mean, going from a piano player in a trio to one of the most well-known singers in the industry.
Yes.
I mean, that's
Yes. Yeah.
uh, folks. Look up Nat King Cole trio, and you will be very happy. Um, and of course, a lot of folks in that genre, they they you put it in a title crooning, but there's a lot of feeling behind it too. Um, Sinatra, of course, may be the best of them. I think
Yes.
that's an understatement. I mean, the guy could sing the
Yeah.
phone book, you know. Uh,
Oh yeah, like that guy could sing. People always say that he only can only like hit 3 notes or so, but I'm like, those 3 notes are versatile. What do you mean?
yeah, yeah, but he hits the way he hits them. It's that's the thing. Yeah, and
Exactly.
you know, if a certain guy only hits home runs and he hits 65 in a season, that's pretty good. It's.
Yes.
I mean, he was able to. What really gets me about listening to his recordings, and you could tell sometimes when he wasn't really into it. And it was kind of like a filler
Yeah.
song. But even then, it was so much better than everybody else's. This,
That takes.
yeah,
Ooh.
that takes that takes what?
That takes skill to just keep on the stage, making something that even though you may not enjoy outright,
Mm-hmm.
something that it sounds like you do.
Mm-hmm.
That takes a lot of skill.
Oh yeah, yeah, it does. It does, and that's it's almost it's pretty much natural. Even in his early days when he wasn't even the headliner for the band when he sang, um, you could tell you could tell you could give him anything and he'd be good with it. He would learn
Yes.
it and he'd sing it and it'd be good. Again, the phone book, he could do that and you know start off with Aaron and go to Zebra or whatever the last thing is the phone book. Um, but you look at somebody like a Sammy Davis Jr. and I think he's kind of the antithesis of crooning. I don't know why, but I just
I have
kept.
not.
Have you heard a lot of his stuff?
Not yet, but now I'm curious. Go on.
Well, yeah.
Go on. Let me hear it.
Well, it just seemed like when he was singing, and it was perfectly fine. The notes were there, and he had the same type of crooning as the others. He, you could just tell he did not want to be there.
Oh yeah,
It's like
that's true.
it's like he was singing angry all the time. There's a Christmas song he did with kids, uh, Christmas all over the world, and I tell you, it sounds like he does not want to be anywhere near children.
Hmm.
Like, okay, now your turn. Go ahead, kids. I'll go have a smoke.
Well, yeah. I was like, come on, I can't do this. The horn section is terrible, and sometimes the flute's off. What is this?
Those damn kids again. Okay.
I mean, if I could do acapella right here for the people, I'd do it right now.
Just take them out. Just get the kids out of here. Just put them in later, okay? Just edit them in later. I don't want anything to do with them. But there's some that people used to have crooners all over the place. Nightclubs had them, and Tony Bennett.
Cabarets.
Tony Bennett was a you know Tony Bennett probably sang
Hmm.
2 notes, but they were Tony Bennett's notes. Um,
Yeah.
and you sat and listened to them and you enjoyed them. Nothing wrong with crooners whatsoever. So will you be once you get everything set up? Will you be like doing covers and things?
I've already have a channel for that actually.
Oh yeah, where's it? Make sure you send me the link to that so we can get that in the links that we're going to put up here for you.
Sweet.
Yeah, so people can check out what you got going on. Um, how do you get over showing people what you've done with these things? Because you know some of us can't even croon. I can't, for example. Um, and even if I did, I would have trouble playing it for other people. How do you get over that?
The fun fact, like the meme goes, that's the neat part. You don't. Okay, let me screw it. I'm gonna sing. Hold on,
Okay.
because I'll explain. Because I am a little nervous right now. Let me try and get something.
Okay.
It'll be an acapella, so they won't be able to hear it
Okay.
unless you wanted that in somewhere.
Yeah. No. Go what you want.
5, 6, 7, 8. I'm playing in my ear right now. Come fly with me. 5, 6, 7. Come fly with me. Let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come on and fly with me. Let's fly away.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And you don't have any qualms, knowing that other people are listening, because I would be crawling the walls if it
Like
was me singing.
most times, I used to have that, but then I learned something from an old mentor of mine that says, if you're gonna do something, do it. But I'm scared. Then do it scared.
Yeah, it still has to be done, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I will not lie. This interview, I was nervous as heck.
uh, yeah, we tried our best not to make people nervous. We
No, I
we
mean like just the general being like, hey, on an interview, like I've
yeah
never done that before.
yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people haven't, which is one of the reasons why I'm kind of doing this, is because um there are going to be some people who have started up and are doing interviews with VTubers who are VTubers to start with, and that's great because they're going to have different angles for these things. I'm coming at from outside, so I have a different angle, and I don't think anybody else is doing that. Um, I'm coming from a guy who's done a couple of thousand plus interviews in my life, and I can interview just about anybody if you give me a chance. Um, and I want to hear what people's talents are. I want to hear what they're all about. What are you all about? What's driving you to continue to be creative? Is it just a want to entertain people, or have you always had that want to be up on stage?
It's both actually. It's a combination of both in its own right.
Mm,
Like I just love to entertain.
mm,
I've always been that kind of person that just wants to have people smile, enjoy something, feel something other than just upset with the world.
mm. Yeah, it's so easy to do these days. You can find something to be upset about probably a little easier than you can to smile at it. But if you're contributing to trying to help people feel better, and maybe you feel better yourself along the way, do you find it kind of an escape for yourself as you're doing this?
Yes, actually, because again, for my goofy self, I'm autistic. My chest has many pains, and unfortunately for that, I cannot find suitable work, so I'm usually at home.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do is try to breathe life as I am right now. Try to breathe life and my content and who I am as a person. There's a lot to be sad about in the world. There's just too much to be sad about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's also plenty that if you want to, you know,
Yeah. I mean,
make
celebrate.
somebody happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I say this a lot and probably too much, but I'm going to say it again. People are not the product of their surroundings or the triumph that emerges from those surroundings. You get to make your own triumph. You here's your cards, play them. Here the ball lies here, hit it. Um, and it's up to you to do something like this. It sounds like you're grabbing that by the horns and doing that right now.
Yeah, I have to do my best with that. I
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
because if I don't, well, I don't know who will.
yeah,
I don't know who will with my intentions.
yeah, yeah. And it's like you're not you're with things that are happening for you. I mean, you talked about not being able to get out and get a job that you can keep going at a certain pace. Um, you could just easily just not try. I mean, you could set back, but you're refusing to do that. You're trying your best to continue to provide income and work at something. You saw something and you've tried to innovate through it, which is also a very big reflection of character that you refuse to give up
Which,
on yourself.
well, that's because not only do I have that deep down, I also have people behind me that are keeping me up. Because I'm going to tell you something. This force of will that I have, even on screen right now, it's almost at least 70% not my own.
Hmm?
Because I know that there are people that I have in my life that are wanting me to succeed. There are times I just want to flop on the bed and give in, and sometimes it's just black out and take a nap
Hmm.
because of it. There's sometimes that I spiral. There's times where I get really, really down.
Hmm.
But the difference is that knowing that some of these people will actually bust down the door and help me snap out of it or comfort me enough to where I could be okay to get on this stage. And then
Ah,
we work out the rest later.
yeah. Yeah, you don't want to let them down, and they're refusing to let you be down, and you
Yes.
and that's something. Not everybody has that in their behind them, and you don't want to waste it. You don't want to say, "Yeah, go away," lock the door on them because they're worried about you and they want you to do as well as you possibly can. Um,
No, if I did that, they'd actually bust down the door.
yeah, yeah, yeah. My wife would bust down more than the door. Um,
Oh, I bet.
yeah, well, I married a redheaded Hoosier on purpose. So, yeah, yeah. She said, "Are you going to work today?" No. Yes, you're going to work today. Here's the keys. Thanks, son. I'm not even scheduled to work
I
today. Go to work.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, like I will admit it. There are days where I just like, no, I'm going to sleep. No.
Yeah, yeah,
And then suddenly I'm like, I'm hearing get up.
yeah, yeah.
Lovingly possible, but get up.
Yeah. Get up. With or without weapons, get up. It's when people are refusing to let you. What's the best word I can describe this? Refusing to let you give in to your own demons. That's very special, and not everybody has that.
No,
And
I can say that for certain.
yeah, yeah, and when it and if it's done correctly, I mean, there's people who can harangue you into doing things and it doesn't do very good, but can do that and build you up as a person in the meantime. That's very rare. It's very rare, and if you have that, cherish it and don't let them down, because they don't have to do that.
No,
They can. They're usually not everybody's in a good situation themselves, and if you can, if they're willing time to take the time to help you out, don't throw don't throw dirt in their Cheerios. Help do what you can at that particular point.
exactly.
So what are your goals right now for what you're doing online?
What I'm doing online,
Yeah.
well, most of it is just like meeting new people,
Hmm.
trying to see if I can meet people that are kind of like me,
Yeah. 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 And
but also with new ideas because sometimes my head is completely empty. There's a thing that I say in my chat or sometimes in my server, no thought, head empty, only soup.
must be soup somewhere. For me,
Yes.
it's like pretzel sticks. And all I can think of now is
Yes.
pretzel sticks. I'm gonna have like the whole box of pretzel sticks. Um,
Oh, I love pretzels.
yeah, yeah. I'm one of those rare people that doesn't have enough salt.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the doctor says eat more salt, and I'm like, I just start laughing.
Oh yes. You have this specific thing that could put you under a lethal dosage if done wrong.
Yeah,
Just have this entire box of pretzels.
yes. Oh darn, doctor, I don't know if I can. Oh, I already did. Thank you very much, doctor. It's still low. I'll go get some more pretzels.
I still
Especially,
remember one joke from Futurama. It's like, what? I put 10% under lethal dosage of salt. Zoidberg, I shouldn't have had seconds.
Yeah, that's the thing is the seconds part. You have to also drink a lot of water with it because otherwise you start talking like this and it doesn't look very well. Um,
No, it does not.
it does not look well. So for you, this is all something that you started to try and help it not only show you what you've got, but you also want to make other people um, smile and entertained, and maybe you're also working as um, a inspiration for these people too. You ever think about that?
I thought about it once or twice. It's just hard. Especially when you fear that some people just look at you and be like, I pity this person.
Well, and
That it can easily fall into that.
yeah. Well, you know what I always say about that is you can pity me as well all you want if you throw me some money. But then I was in radio, and we would work for cheese sandwiches, and still do. We're pretty mendicant as far as that goes. We're
Better be some
mercenaries.
cheddar on those sandwiches.
That's right. We are mercenary, which makes the whole uh, uh, AI wording things with commercials even worse because
Ah,
it probably would cost less to have a regular announcer do those than it would to use an AI. Because
listen, I'm gonna say it right now. AI is not my friend.
yes,
If I catch anybody in my chats ever using AI for stuff like that, I will slap them like an uncooked chicken.
yeah, I don't understand it. I can say this: I am painfully bad at artwork. I am. There are laws against me doing artwork, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But
You know that's fair.
you know, but I won't. I don't want to go to AI to do something other than mess it up. And I'll have. Luckily, the wife does artwork, so I can. I say, honey,
Yes.
uh, honey, could you do this for me? And or I can have somebody else do it after. You do get a couple of connections after a couple of years doing this. Um, but there's just so much difference, and there always will be between AI and normal. And then to hear people doing it with announcers, now you're in my
No.
backyard, and and I've got 9 cats. I'll sick them on you, and they'll take little chunks out of you the whole way. It
Listen, I've got
you got you got some pets, do you?
yeah, I got two cats. One's named Buddy and one's named Kiwi.
Ah,
And I will tell you something. One of them, Kiwi, if I could train that little cat to be a Viking, I would. He throws things like he would throw an axe sometimes with his mouth. There was at one point I went to a friend's birthday party when we were axe throwing, and they were selling the axes that we were throwing. I'm like, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna call my folks.
yeah.
Hey, can I get one? And then suddenly, Mom Buster's like, no, you cannot. And I'm like, why not? And I'm like, you do know your cat throws things, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, and his ancestors purr upon him. How about yours?
Yes. It's exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I'm one of our 9 is the one I call Jethro, whose actually name is Sheldon. He's a big orange that doesn't know his own strength and will run into anything full speed without any injuries. And there are just times when he gets spooked by something and the entire house is a whirlwind. He sets
Oh
off
no.
at least 5 of the other cats by running around, and then it's just Misty and I sitting in a whirlpool of activity. Like, okay, this is going to end soon.
Yeah, yeah.
So where do you see yourself here in a couple of years with your channel? Like, you think you're going to be able to keep this going as a living?
I hope so because this is supposed to not only carry me but a few people who are special in my life.
Hmm. You can shout them out if you'd like.
Well, one of them is Felicity Hayami.
Yeah.
She's
Hi,
a real
Felicity.
sweetheart.
Hi, Felicity. How you doing?
Another one's name is Angela.
Hello, Angela.
And Still Spear, of course.
Yeah.
They're good friend. They're good friend, and also I say friend because, well, I'm still trying to show them how close I am.
Yeah. Yeah, but Felicity, folks, we interviewed Felicity quite a long time ago. So if you want to check that interview out, it's up there, and another very very
Excellent.
talented person. So I want to thank you so much for coming on. It's great to finally be able to talk with you after all this time. Hopefully we can do it again, and please let us know when you get some big events coming up so we can let folks in on it. And make sure you send me that link to that to your music stuff so I can get that in the description. Okay?
Yeah. As for November, it's going to be Monster Hunter time.
Mm.
We have an event called Huntsgiving.
Oh, it's so you're gonna be out out slaying the beasts, eh?
Yes, and we're trying to figure out how to cook them.
I know exactly how to cook them. Misty, call the wife. Thank you so much, Benny, for coming on. I do appreciate it. Say hi to Felicity for me, okay?
All right, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.